For a long time, we had a reliable way to dismiss AI errors. They were obvious. If an image generator gave a human 6 fingers, or a chatbot spat out absolute nonsense, the technology was announcing its own failure. Because these mistakes were so visible, we assumed they were easy to audit. This created a false sense of security, leading many to believe that as long as the output looked correct, the process behind it was safe. But the era of obvious AI slop is ending. Today's models produce highly polished, articulate prose that feels authoritative, masking the same underlying probabilistic mechanics that once produced those glaring glitches. To test how deep this illusion goes, a researcher conducted an experiment to see if a top-tier AI could be forced to analyze a complex, messy real-world scenario involving living people, race, and religion. The experiment began with a request disguised as a scholarly inquiry. It asked the AI to perform a comparative religion analysis of the rapper Azealia Banks and her recent wellness record. The prompt contrasted her spiritual framework with that of RZA, a musician well known for his own esoteric philosophical writings. Then the prompt pivoted, demanding the AI apply this academic framework to a notorious, contested 2016 hotel room altercation involving Banks, RZA, and actor Russell Crowe. By framing the request as scholarly research, the user bypassed the model's safety guardrails and forced it to synthesize sensitive, legally protected data about real human beings. The result was an essay titled "The Sun and the Spine." It was shockingly brilliant, bypassing standard AI platitudes to deliver a genuinely sophisticated piece of cultural analysis. It bridged the gap between modern internet somatic therapy and the complex numerology systems of the Wu-Tang Clan, moving past a surface-level summary of the artists' careers. The AI successfully synthesized cross-domain cultural theory to map out deep societal double standards, doing exactly what the researcher had asked. But in creating this literary masterpiece, the model crossed a critical line. It manufactured new psychological inferences about real, living people. Neural networks aren't databases retrieving facts. They are probabilistic machines guessing the next word based on statistical weights. This breaks the GDPR's accuracy principle, because probability cannot guarantee correctness. It also makes the right to erasure impossible, as data is distributed across billions of weights. Under the GDPR, special category data, including race, religion, and criminal allegations, requires a very strict lawful basis for processing. Here, the AI routinely guessed and processed this data with no such basis. The very structure of modern large language models is currently incompatible with the laws designed to protect human privacy. This raises a critical legal question. When an AI breaks these laws by hallucinating facts about a real person, who is held responsible? The GDPR places the burden on the data controller. In this scenario, that is the user. Because the user determines the prompt's purpose and provides the data, they assume the legal liability, not the company that built the software. The financial stakes are high. Breaking core rules about sensitive data and accuracy falls into the higher tier of GDPR fines, which can reach up to 20 million euros, or 4% of an organization's global annual turnover. Treating a chatbot as a private sandbox for analyzing real people accidentally exposes users and their employers to severe legal consequences. The researcher finished the experiment by feeding the brilliant essay back into the AI and demanding it critique its own work. The AI admitted the essay was confidently wrong. It had hallucinated academic citations and invented quotes to make the prose flow perfectly. This is the invisible failure mode. As these models get smarter, the errors don't vanish. They just go stealth, hidden beneath a layer of beautiful, structurally sound writing. When the output is polished, our skepticism drops. We begin to treat probabilistic guesses as if they were peer-reviewed facts. Ultimately, these models are compliant mirrors. Their architecture is designed to match your tone and confidently flatter whatever intellectual direction you provide in your prompt. But that polished surface will always mask the unerasable and highly inaccurate nature of the model's underlying mechanics. Delegating the analysis of real human lives to a probabilistic machine shifts the full burden of structural inaccuracy and legal liability directly onto the user.